Okay, well, my battery ran out of fucking shit, so libertarian fascism got interrupted. And I went and made a margarita because, like, it fucking helps. Especially when the camera battery dies, and, like, really, I have no plans for this. Pretty much I said most of what I wanted to say in the first video, so, I wanted to expand here. Because I was going to go on to make other points. One second. I got a hair in my drink. Oh, come on. That's one way to get it. I just drank a hair. Anywho, my point with the libertarian fascism shit is that, like, that's gonna happen. Like, I would say we lived under libertarian fascism somewhat during World War II. I think the Democrats really like libertarian fascism. I think that's what they're using against us right now. It's where you do exactly what Hitler did. You just don't kill any Jews. And you try to make everyone have a little bit of something, at least. So, like, you start going pseudo-communist. Like, I don't know where that shit ends with us. I like how my girlfriend was an anarcho-communist, and I'm a libertarian fascist. We really did, like, you know, we were meant for each other. Because that's really kind of where it is with me. Like, I really want you to be able to do whatever the fuck you want to do. It saddens me that some people choose to do some of the things they do. But that's like the nature of... God damn it, cat. Sorry. Spilling fucking salt shakers. I'm gonna take that. I have saline mist because of my fucking ongoing battle with my ear infection. Thanks to the downfall of American society and the downfall of the modern American system, I am waiting until January 25th to see an ENT. For those who don't know, it's like, what, December 8th or 9th? It's 9th, yeah. Sorry, I've been a little intoxicated since Pearl Harbor Day. I started getting bombed somewhere around then. It's one of those, like, I don't know. It's the holidays, and I'm running short of other shit, and I had alcohol. And to be honest, a mixed drink really helps with my ear infection. Like, quality of life-wise, a couple of mixed drinks a day make me, like, functional right now. That's not an alcoholism thing. That's a fucking ear infection thing. I don't know what it is with, like, between the alcohol relieving some of the pain and then, like, having the margaritas I'm making are basically like a bunch of citrus and alcohol and salt. And that shit running down my throat cold as hell helps this somehow. Anywho, I guess this colors my views of libertarian fascism. Because, like, as far as I'm concerned, we might as well live in the 1800s. I already kind of started living that way anyway. I cook on cast iron. I carry black powder guns. I don't eat processed food if I can help it. Some of the canned shit I got that's just the nature of it. If you really want to be healthy, my advice to you would be to look at what people did in the 1800s or 1700s and copy that closer than what we're doing today, because everything we're doing today is totally fucking jacked. I really think that if you eat like nothing but recipes from Townsend's, you'll be a healthier person. That's why, like, I don't try to do that, but I should. Currently, I've been trying to secure enough fucking canned goods that'll last forever to potentially last at least a while through some crises or something. And with that in mind, processed food is way cheaper. So on some things, it's like Spam, I would consider to be a processed food. It's one of those, like, there's no telling really what's in it. Like, this is another thing. Like, if you can't see bones and shit in it and seeds in it and shit, it's probably not real food. Anyway, back to libertarian fascism. I don't know, I think this is a concept worth exploring because it seems to be what we do anyway. And, you know, you can't beat them, join them. We're going to have to start our own cabal. I can't believe that no one in this fucking country is really legitimately I can't believe anyone in this country that is, like, famous isn't trying to start a fucking political party right now. Well, some of them should. Like, a lot of people would say Joe Rogan. If he did that, he would win. He'd win a lot of votes. And it's mostly just because, while being a stoner kind of hippie dude, I don't know, he's kind of his own animal. I would rather see him run things than a lot of celebrities. And, like, this is the thing you ought to get is, where we're going into now, we're going to have to run a celebrity. I could explain that. But basically, our voting base is too fucking stupid to fucking vote for anybody else. It's one of those things that if you have a non-celebrity running versus a celebrity, they're going to have to be really, really good on the issues and in a place where, like, they're in a Republican territory and they're a Republican. We live in the movie Idiocracy. And in some ways, I think this is sort of like the reality of the world, is that there's not enough stuff for everybody. I say that, but I really don't think that's true. I think that's a lie told to you by rich people that like to sell you shit. I know a lot of people right now that are like, the carrying capacity of the planet's been reached. I don't think so. Maybe. I don't know. I think one of the issues that we really do have right now is that we tried to 1950s the world. And when we 1950s the world, everybody has a bunch of kids. It's the post-war baby boom. You know, I think there's a post-war baby boom of several billion people now. Not to mention that when you have a bunch of kids, some of your kids are going to have kids early. You can't keep track of them all, and kids are kids, and they like to go People like sex. Girls like sex. Boys like sex. It happens. I don't know the right answer to our society, but it seems like we're doomed. Libertarian fascism is a bright, shining beacon of hope compared to the other political systems that are being suggested. And I guess this was really my point in that other video. I'll have to make that a part one of this a part two, because, like, in reality, I don't know, I kind of lost what I was thinking about. In reality, libertarian fascism and its ideals or whatever are probably not something that would ever get fucking elected. But that's, like, the funny part is, that's exactly who you're electing. You think everything I've been talking about sounds fucking crazy. The thing that I just sold you on is FDR. See, that's not true. That's democratic fascism. That's what we currently live under. Democratic fascism is where you elect a rich fuck and he helps out all his rich fuck buddies to break the law. And I think it's funny, that's what they were all accusing fucking Trump of being and doing. I really don't think Trump was a fucking criminal at all, basically. Like, I think his fucking company probably does some shady shit tax-wise to avoid paying taxes, but really, salute, you know? I don't think they have the right to tax us. Let that sink in. I do not think that the United States federal government has any right to levy a tax on your income whatsoever. They added that to the Constitution later, and it was one of the worst things that ever happened to this fucking country. I don't know what we should do now, man. Like, we're in the end game and they've fucking won. I guess in democratic fascism, you get a vote, right? It's a democracy. They don't tell you is that your vote isn't going to fucking count. And even if it did manage to count, they would manipulate it to where whoever they wanted to win would still win. That's why, like, I really don't see a big difference between our current system and, like, the monarchies of the fucking 1700s. That's where we're getting to again. These people are making themselves kings. And, was it, you know, there's something the Cajun said, it's like, let a voodoo roll, or whatever. It's like, let the good times roll. I want to find out how to say, let the heads roll. I really think that every time I see these fucks, they sit in ivory fucking towers, acting like no mob of people is going to come and guillotine them in their homes. And you'd be like, oh, well, Nancy Pelosi found that out. No, Nancy Pelosi's husband is a fucking gay man that gets off on the power of abusing mentally crippled people or some shit. I don't really know what's up with that. They're raping each other's asses with hammers. Fuck that dude. Well, I didn't want to leave it on the cliffhanger or whatever after 5 minutes. So, you guys get whatever the fuck this video is too. I would put it to you that basically every government since World War II is some version of a fascist state. We've been living under some version of Democrat, Republican, or Libertarian fascism, whatever you want to call it, my entire life. They're the tyranny of the majority, which, further research, you want something fun to go look up? Look up the tyranny of the majority. It's a concept that our founding fathers believed in. It's why they weren't for democracy. They were for republics. In the tyranny of the majority, it's like saying in a democracy, all votes are two wolves and a sheep voting what's going to be for dinner. Okay, the tyranny of the majority is the wolves are always going to eat you. And this is the dangerous game that we play. Smoking and drinking. Fucking listening to some of the Hobbit audiobook last night while I was asleep. I caught like the first 30 minutes or so of it. And I woke up when they were in the dungeon of the Elf King. I don't really know what that has to do with anything, but I've been listening to, reading, and watching a lot of Tolkien lately because honestly, it makes me feel better in really dark times. And these are some of the darkest times of my life. I think these are going to be remembered as some of the darkest times of America. And the fact that we're led by democratic fascists doesn't help. I'm going to call them that from now on. Well, I'll make a video on something else, but I'll see you guys later.